intro for us, like
limonada.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Pineapple Podcast. It's our last episode with the other Zach.
tier.
Yep.
Limonada.
First topic of this episode, we're gonna be talking about drinks, and not sure drinks that we're not allowed to drink yet because we're young.
Well, Zach can.
I can.
He
Wait,
can.
really? Zach, how old are
20,
you?
I'm 21.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
What? I
I
didn't.
look pretty
You
young.
don't.
21.
Yeah, you don't look.
Dude,
21,
he's already
I'm
like got
sorry.
his associates.
What?
Yeah.
I'm only 19.
Well,
Dude,
you
he's-
learn something new every day.
Yep.
I think
Great.
I'm reversing. My age is reversing, so I might turn into like a child in the next few years. So
Then you can get your cheese pizza
I can get my cheese pizza.
with
Yep.
no shame.
Definitely.
All right. So what drink are we talking about today?
Lemonade.
Lemonade. And the best
Lemonade
place
in
to get
Lubbock.
them.
Mike's Lemonade.
Mike's Lemonade.
Mike's
What?
hard lemonade.
Yeah.
That's not very.
Okay, I
Kids
was
do
like, I
not
know I've
drink
heard that
That
before.
is not a good.
Wait, you never
uh,
heard that? Seen
I
that?
have.
video?
I've heard that
It's
before.
like-
I was like, are we
No.
really doing that?
I love at like Taco Bell how they have that lemonade in Mountain Dew.
Oh, it's a spiked lemonade?
It's spiked it's like it's mountain yeah, well, it's not just Taco Bell, it's everywhere. It's Mountain Dew spiked lemonade, and then in parentheses it says non-alcoholic.
Wow.
It's
Never heard of
non-alcoholic
this.
spiked lemonade.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah. So, all right, Zach. It's a hot summer day. You just mowed the yard. You're all like sweating and sunburned, and you gotta get yourself like ice cold glass of lemonade. Where you going?
me as a traditionalist
Yes.
Traditionalist.
wants to say that I just want to find like in a hot summer day, I just want to find the nearest, local home, I guess illegal lemonade stand.
Oh,
You know.
you go to a neighborhood.
Got my neighborhood stand, just gotta
Okay.
support
Regular
gotta
neighborhood
support the
stand?
local
Okay.
kids,
Local kids so
Hey.
they can buy silly
I
bands.
support that.
Yes, definitely, and it's just like they put their heart into it, they put their work into it. It tastes so much better when you taste their
I mean, they just put powder
The
and water.
childhood
their
dreams.
childhood dreams.
It's
in
just
your
powder,
lemonade.
water, and kid sweat.
Yep.
Kid sweat, delicious.
Okay,
Tears.
I can respect that.
Yeah, I can respect that too. Your neighborhood
Definitely.
lemonade stands. If it's a hot summer day, then there's bound to be one out.
Surely. Bored kids in the middle of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
definitely.
I am actually more of a limeade guy myself.
Ooh, it's a little.
Because my grandma always made the best limeade. It wasn't lemonade, it was limeade.
Is that because she's Mexican?
Yep, it was
Ooh.
limeade.
Definitely.
We put, like, lime juice on a bunch of stuff. Like,
Dang.
uh,
Dude, I made $1 at Blue Haven for eating a lime.
So did you? But, like, cantaloupe, we always put, like, salt and lime on it. That was the
You
best.
do that on watermelon?
Yep, and on watermelon.
Watermelon!
Watermelon juice.
So,
Yeah, that's good.
instead of lemonade, I always do limeade. I just think it tastes a little bit better. It's a little bit more tart. It's not as super sweet as the regular lemonade.
Interesting.
That's just something I personally prefer.
That's kind of cool.
And I love making it myself.
Yeah.
But if I'm going somewhere else to get some,
Yeah. Now we gotta
I
talk
have-
about
yeah.
where we. If you're at a
Where we go.
restaurant and you're like, "Oh, this has good lemonade," where's
Yeah.
that at?
I'm trying to think. I normally don't get lemonade at restaurants anymore.
Oh, rip.
Huh.
I always think of Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A's got
has
decent
lemonade.
lemonade.
I know a lot of people go crazy
Raisin
for
Cane's
that.
has some pretty good lemonade.
Okay,
See,
Raising
I
Cane's.
can't
Yeah,
think.
it's
I
pretty
don't.
sweet.
I haven't been there recently. I can't think of their lemonade.
It's a little sweeter. It's a little less traditional than your regular lemonade. It's a little more sugary.
See,
If you enjoy that.
There's one place that I remember. There's one place that I always went to that I knew always had good lemonade, and it was from a while ago. Have you ever been to the mall and they have like that corn dog shop in
Yeah.
the mall?
Oh, yeah.
They
Yeah.
always had really good lemonade.
Yeah, that's
They gotta have
gone.
good lemonade.
It's gone?
No, I don't think it is.
I was about to cry, man. See, I went there before they moved the location in the mall.
Oh, okay.
And I always used to go there, as a kid, get those mini corn dogs that you
Right.
would get in your little tray, and then I would get some fresh lemonade on a hot summer day. That was the best.
A
So,
hot summer's night.
hot summer's night,
Hashtag Shakespeare.
basically.
Hashtag I'm gonna go kill myself for saying hashtag and quoting Shakespeare. But yeah. So there's nothing on lemonade because yesterday, I think you went downstairs to get your coffee. But I was telling Zach I went to Wendy's because I was hungry.
Wendy's, yes.
And I had $4, so I got a 4 for $4. And for my drink, I'm like, I'll get some lemonade. And I forgot like they actually make their lemonade there, like they do at like Chick-fil-A or Cane's or In-N-Out Burger. So it's not like the Minute Maid stuff.
Yeah.
So it's like homemade lemonade, and I was like really impressed with it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wendy's got some pretty good lemonade.
Yeah.
But
Definitely, yeah, I can vouch for that. That's what I was gonna say next. They have a strawberry lemonade. That one is really good.
it just
too.
asks for lemonade, so
The
I
strawberry
got the regular
lemonade
one.
is really good. They put like a
Strawberry.
little bit of strawberry in there. Really good stuff.
Dude, that's very good. Oh yes.
I'm pretty sure last time I was there, I asked for it and they didn't have it anymore. They're like, "Oh, we're sold out."
Yeah,
or something.
they sell out on that. That's pretty popular
Yeah.
drink.
That's always cool. Cool, because like they don't. At least I don't know if I just don't. Wendy's they market their stuff a lot. I haven't seen their lemonade ever though. They're always taking shots at like Subway and McDonald's and Burger King, but I haven't seen anything about their lemonade. I just happened to have it because I just kind of random. Another place though I do want to mention, since it's a local place, Holly Hops.
Holly Hops is good.
Holly Hops. I have
Yeah.
never had a lemonade from there, so.
I did one time. I'm like, I'm gonna get Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna get this lemonade, and it was like $4. I'm like, well, I'm gonna try it. So, but I didn't know that it was homemade lemonade. So they literally have like a lemonade shake mixer thing, like stir your martinis in or something. And so they're literally putting, like, measuring the sugar and like squeezing fresh lemons right there and stuff, and they're like shaking it up and stuff. And it was actually really, really good lemonade. It was really small and gone in about 5 seconds, but it was really good. So if you
if you
want to
wanna-
spend $4
Yeah.
on some lemonade, go to Holly Hops to do it. Don't go to
Chick-fil-A, where you can get a refill. on
and
good
bigger
lemonade.
sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, if you're just at Holly Hops and want lemonade, then and you want to pay $4 for it, you won't be disappointed.
Yeah. A lot of restaurants nowadays, like if it's some sort of homemade lemonade, they charge you for refills. Like if it's any sort of fountain drink, they're
really?
like,
Wow.
if it's a fountain drink, you can get like free refills. But if it's lemonade,
No,
since
BJ's
they make it
has, like-
themselves, you have
Huh.
to pay for it.
Interesting. So now we're gonna finish up our time here with Zach in the morning, and talk about some movies. All right, Zach, what's this first movie? Have anything to say about it?
First in the topic, we got Shrek. You know, that's a movie that's very dear to myself. You know, it's really close to my heart. You know, I quote that movie a lot. You know, that my saying has always been, you know, when all else fails, quote Shrek. That's my motto.
Pretty
I
good.
live by that. I die by that. So
I can attest to that.
definitely, you know. But yeah, you know, I think definitely the first Shrek was the best Shrek.
Oh yeah.
The latter movies were definitely not nearly as good. I would say maybe Shrek 2 was pretty good as well.
Yeah, it was solid.
Pretty solid movies. But overall, you know, very endearing message. Very I personally think it's at least a top 5 movie of all time. You know,
Oh, man.
up there with the Goodfellas and Shawshank Redemption. You know, definitely has a very good storytelling elements. You know, I think there's probably even like a biblical adaptation you could put to that, but you know,
Yeah.
don't quote me on that. You know,
Yeah.
definitely. You know, you didn't hear it from me, but
Plus, you got that song that is still stuck in our head.
oh yeah, definitely. You know,
Yeah.
yeah. This is
You
a
know.
very dear movie to myself. I think it's a cult classic.
Oh, yeah.
And it's definitely, especially if you're into memes, it's one of the
Right.
trifectas of the meme culture.
That's true.
That surrounds around,
So many Shrek memes.
revolves around Shrek, SpongeBob, and some
I'll
other
say
third
SpongeBob.
meme.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Some other third meme. Coilanders laugh. But yeah, Shrek
But
is.
yeah, Shrek is definitely a classic in my eyes.
You have any quotes you want to share?
Let's see. Let me see. What's a good quote from that?
Here,
From there.
I'll talk about Shrek real quick in the meantime while he looks up
Okay,
a
keep-
quote.
keep
But
going.
Shrek is also really is a really interesting movie because the guy that made Shrek came from Disney. He was working with Disney. I forget the movie, or he was trying to. He got fired from Disney because he was throwing a fit because they weren't taking his ideas, and so he basically comes over after getting mad at Disney for firing him. He comes over to make this like revenge movie at them, and literally is making like. Especially now, if you look back at it, you know, when you're little, a lot of stuff probably fly over your head. But if you watch it now, you'll see how many times like shots are just straight up fired at Disney. And as much as I love Disney and Pixar, it's just so funny to watch him just like take down Disney with a movie. You know, he took him down with the talent that they weren't wanting to recognize. So that's always just been so funny to me. That movie was really made out of spite to trash Disney.
Funny.
It's so funny, but
Definitely.
you got
Here, I got you something here. So, let's see. Onions have layers. Definitely very deep quote right there. You know, just you know, I think that just speaks a lot into our lives. You know. A lot of times we have a lot of layers ourselves, and we just got to dig deep in ourselves. But that's just one of the many in-depth quotes of that movie, you know. Very inspirational, very, very self-reflective, you know. Just something to think about, you know.
Onions have layers? Is that what you said?
Yeah, onions have layers.
Okay.
Onions do have layers, and so do people. So, and so do ogres. So,
So do
you know,
ogres.
definitely something deep. You know, that movie's a lot deeper than we think it is.
Definitely.
Seems legit.
We're gonna stay up late, swap manly stories in the morning. I'm making waffles. But
Seems legit. So what other movie are we talking about?
And in other
Black
news,
Spider-Man.
We have Black Spider-Man, or as some might call him, Venom. So
who calls him that?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure that's what the movie's called.
I don't think anybody.
The movie's not called Black Spider-Man.
No,
We got Black Widow, Black Panther, no Black Spider-Man.
That's that's the Spider-Man, like the interdimensional one. I forgot what it's
Oh.
called. It's the animated one. Isn't
You're an
there a Black
animated one.
Spider-Man? Like that, the character's black.
Yeah,
in that one?
probably.
Yeah,
So
Yep.
that's the Black Spider-Man.
raise your hand if you've seen Venom. Raise your
I
hand
think
if
I'm
you
the only
can't
one.
see us.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm the only one here that's seen Venom. If you haven't watched it yet, you know.
It just came
if
out.
you've seen the reviews, you've probably seen that a lot of critics are giving it a pretty rough rating. But a lot of the viewers are giving it a pretty high rating, you know. And I think I have to agree with that myself, you know. If you're somebody that really criticizes movies for like a lot of the directing and stuff, you may not find yourself to enjoy it. But if you're just a fan of superhero movies, action,
Right.
And you just want to see Venom in his own full-fledged movie,
It's pretty exciting.
I think you'll find yourself in for a treat. It's definitely a better Venom than we've had in the past.
You mean Tobey Maguire can't play Venom?
I mean, all I'm saying is that this Venom here is definitely a more accurate portrayal of what you would want in a Venom villain. So,
Okay. So
I'm
what,
excited for it.
Yeah. What movie does it like most resemble?
so this is actually a production by the Fox Marvel team here. So these are the guys that have made our X-Men, Deadpool type movies. So it's definitely a lot more mature than your average, say, Avengers movie. You know.
Okay.
So
So good to know. If any
good to know.
older people are watching, don't take your kids to see it, I guess.
Don't take your kids. I mean, unless you're that kind of parent.
Wait,
But, I mean,
Kyle, stay home and do your homework.
do your homework.
Stay home, Kyle.
Do your homework. You don't need to go see this movie if you're under the age of what? What would you say? 13?
42.
You're at the age of 60.
60.
So definitely, it's more mature than the last few movies by Marvel. Definitely.
Is it okay? So it's a Venom movie. Is it more mature than Tobey Maguire's Bad Attitude? Like, where we stand with that?
If you're asking me that question, I think you're kind of referring to kind of some of the cringy moments of that movie.
his bad attitude scenes.
Bad attitude. Okay, yeah, definitely. It's definitely a lot deeper than what it was in the
In the
Spider-Man 3.
Okay. How's
No.
like the acting and stuff? Does it feel like an old Spider-Man movie, or does it feel like something newer?
It definitely feels like something much newer, much fresher. You know, it's not as animated or say cartoony as what you see in the original Spider-Mans.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely more closer to real life.
Interesting.
You know?
Is Tom Holland in the movie?
If I don't want to spoil anything, but
Okay, fine.
definitely-
Don't answer if Tom Holland's in the movie. Is Tom Holland not in the movie?
It's not in the movie. I won't answer yes or no. He could be there indirectly. He could be there. He could be there in just spirit. I mean, honestly, this movie's really just about Venom.
Mhm.
You know, you might see some familiar faces in there, but definitely, this is its own standalone film. We might
That's
see
good.
in the future,
Right.
but
That'd be cool.
I don't think. I think what the story does revolve around Venom, so.
That's cool.
Here's the big question now: is it worth it to go see while it's in theaters, or should we wait for it to come out on DVD
Right now, I think
DVD.
I think right now it's gonna be the biggest movie right now. If
or
you,
on Netflix? For some of us, they don't want to purchase it on DVD.
for a while until probably I think the next big movie is probably gonna be Creed 2.
Dude, I'm so excited for that.
We could probably talk about that next if y'all want, but
Yeah.
definitely for the rest of this first half of the month, you know, if you plan on going to the movies and you want something good to watch, I suggest Venom. If you're not much of a superhero flick kind of person, I would just give it a pass. Wait till it comes out on DVD, but
And go home and rethink your life.
I'm not buying any death sticks. You don't got to do that.
yeah.
That's
But
a
yeah,
good review.
definitely. I'd give it a solid 8. You know, solid
Wow.
8 for a fan. Critic might give it a 6 or a 5, but definitely as a fan of the Spider-Man universe, I'd give it a good 8.
The Spideyverse. That's about all we got.
I want to talk about Creed for a little bit, or that's coming out next.
And now I
in a
gotta
few
get
weeks.
going though.
All right,
Yeah.
we'll
Been
save
here
that for
since,
the
like,
next one.
We'll save it for the next one.
Definitely.
All right, Zach. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Definitely.
For sure.
Hope you had a good time.
Definitely
Thanks
had a good time
Thanks
there.
for sponsoring the
I
podcast.
definitely sponsor. I'm definitely going to sell some fidget spinners to keep this podcast on air.
Go support Zach so he can survive tech.
Yep.
Definitely.
Got to get
Both
through college.
Zachs.
We're both getting through college right now,
Yeah.
so.
Both Zachs in tech. ZAC's in tech.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for coming on.
Catch you on the flippity flip. Bye.